Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning we read from Colossians 2:20 to 23. If with Christ you died to the elemental spirits of the world, why, as if you were still alive in the world, do you submit to regulations? Do not handle, do not taste, do not touch, referring to things that all perish as they are used, according to human precepts and teachings. These have indeed an appearance of wisdom in promoting self-made religion and asceticism and severity to the body, but they are of no value in stopping the indulgence of the flesh. And right there, the music should go bum, bum, bum. Because Paul is talking about some serious things here, even though it starts off kind of almost silly to us. The elemental spirits of the world, what are those? It's more of those, all those levels. And do not handle, do not taste, do not touch refers to all the dietary regulations and things that the Jews had to follow that he is slowly beginning to see as not necessary for salvation and not even worth fooling with. And so he says, don't worry about all that stuff. If that's what's, where did my text go? Wait a minute. There it is. Don't worry about all that stuff, he says. They have the appearance, they promote this self-made religion. You look very pious and everything, but in fact, they don't stop the indulgence of the flesh. And there we're on to something. Indulgence of the flesh. If you ever, first of all, have you ever tried to get rid of an addiction? Like if you tried to stop smoking, that can be tough. That's hard. But if you've stopped smoking, you know that you have to find something else to do. Those break moments, or when you're driving your car, whenever you used to smoke, you've got to do something else. In my case, I drank glasses of water, and so much water. But if you stop smoking, then you've got to overcome the habit, the addiction part of it physically, and also just the part of it that's this is what you do socially. When you are driving your car, or when you're sitting at a restaurant or whatever, you've got to figure out something else to do to replace those actions, and it gets tough. There are many other kinds of addictions, indulgences that we have that are less physically addicting than smoking, but they're still addictions and things that we do every day that we love to do that really aren't good for us. They're just indulging our flesh. And we can talk more sometime about what Paul means by flesh, I suppose. But he says you've died to all that stuff, so don't open yourself up to it again. Don't come alive to it. It's gone. It's dead. It's not here anymore. And if we're letting it rule us, then we're still making a mistake, and we're indulging our flesh. One story that comes to mind is one time I was at a Habitat for Humanity project in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we were having trouble getting things done. There were some administrative and supervision problems at that Habitat chapter, and I won't go into all that except that we were trying to finish this house that week so the family could move back in, and we were having lots of trouble because of the administrative issues. But set all that aside, I'm on the front porch and I'm nailing away, trying to tighten it up and get it fixed. I hit my thumb as hard as I could, accidentally, of course, with the hammer. Bam! Oh, I don't know what words came out of my mouth, but there was a woman standing there who was shocked. Oh, clutches her pearls and says, "My goodness, I thought he was your pastor." And one of the kids looked up at this lady and said, "Duh, yes, he's our pastor. And more importantly, his thumb really hurts." And I looked at that kid and I thought, I love you, because, yeah, my thumb really hurts. So sometimes these indulgences just come out of us, like when you hit your thumb with something and you say, oh, but other times it's, we even give them some forethought sometimes. It's very hard to escape these things. But Paul says, I think he implies here that we should try. We should try not to indulge the flesh and its desires, but rather we should work on our spiritual selves. And that's hard work. That's difficult. Most people don't want to do that because it's just too hard. But there you go. So you can ponder that today. I hope that you have a great Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow morning.